Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Hip Hop Babies interview
Mm-hmm.
with Anonymous for now. What's up, y'all?
A4N, man. Anonymous for now. HK.
Adamu.
We are anonymous for now, man. A4N.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for having
Okay.
us on the platform.
Appreciate it. For real.
Yeah, no problem.
Long awaited. We were going to do a viewer review of Benzo, but now we just decided to do an interview. Might as well get y'all on the show. I like this better than just talking on the podcast, anyways. Where are you guys from, first and foremost?
We are from the Inland Empire region of SoCal. I'm from Riverside.
I'm from Ranch Cucamonga.
We're around a lot of suburbs. We're around a lot of suburbs. It's a lot of hoop, a lot of smoking. That's what it feels like a lot of niggas do, honestly. It's a nice place, man. Nice place, very hot. It's very hot.
Nice place to raise a family too. There's a lot of good areas. Good school system where I'm from. Yeah, where I'm from is very, you can say, diverse. We have a lot of white folks, a lot of good amount of Asian people, good amount of Latinos, Middle Eastern community, and then I think like our black population for the city is like 8%. So you have like a good like mixture of individuals and people. Those
Diversity sounds diverse. Okay.
Yeah, I mean the Bay's not too much different, and then we got a pretty diverse population too, so it sounds pretty similar.
that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's yeah.
I gotta ask something, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Is hella like a Bay thing? Is that like a Bay
is.
Area
It
thing?
is.
Yeah.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's a few Bay Area people we know that be hella. Like,
Yeah, that's the bait.
I just
Yep.
caught on because I was like, yeah.
Yep. Hell is a big
A lot of
thing.
things.
Yep, but we all, especially Cali, like there's so much culture out here. We all take from each other. And that's why California is so tight. That's why we have our own different vibe. You feel me?
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel the exact same way. I feel like it's only maybe New York that matches Cali as far as the feel of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, bro, because niggas is living with roaches and talking about selling cocaine, bro. Like, and trains. Whatever, like, oh, shout out New York, though. That's
It's
just fire,
grimy.
though.
It's fire, but it's grimy. You know what I'm saying? Out here, it's more smooth.
Niggas got overflow.
Yeah.
Salute to my
Yeah,
man.
knowing where y'all from now, it makes sense how the way y'all sound. It's kind of smooth, it's kind of melodic, but y'all do it in y'all own way, and that's why we wanted to interview y'all, because I feel like we wanted to get into the process of how y'all get into the music. You feel me? Y'all EP, running from home. We were listening to that like once we got to listen to Benzo. You introduced us to Benzo. What was the process behind like that project? Because that was our introduction to y'all project wise.
How'd y'all feel about the project? Like, let's get into that. Like, what were your like first impressions?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. It's only 13 minutes, so obviously you got to hit on all your notes when you make a project that's this short. I thought the introduction was really good for my body. I thought y'all verses complement each other really well. Dual storytelling. One told a story about abusing somebody else and then being abused, and I thought that was really cool. It was really well produced. Throughout the entire thing, honestly. Full throttle. Another one of my favorites. I thought you guys had really complimentary verses on that one too.
These
Throwing up,
niggas talk.
talking about throwing up grief on other people, like you throwing up alcohol. That was really clever. You guys have really good wordplay.
Mm-hmm.
That was you, nigga. That was you, bro.
Nigga,
I don't rap, bro.
Y'all a good duo, and y'all. It seems like y'all really vibe with
Yeah.
each other. When I heard that EP, it was solid, and I think I see where y'all are going for. Because with Benzo, it seems like y'all are taking that next step. That's what I noticed. You know what I'm saying? I felt like.
It's funny because like I feel like those songs that we had. Like the thing is, we're kind of stashers. I'm not gonna lie. We like to stash. We like to stash joints and hold on to them for a little bit and let them develop and sit with them. So like for Benzo, I think we had that honestly like back in
2021.
2021.
Benzo was
Okay.
2021, or like Full Throttle,
Yeah.
I think was 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a lot of the joints on the EP, Running from Home, were like 2020 songs that like we kind of, in terms of production, we just updated the production. So yeah, those are older songs, so I see why he's saying like the progression. And even when I hear Benzo and I hear the EP, I'm like, oh, yeah, I kind of hear like the difference and like the next step in terms of like where we're trying to go. So,
But yeah, no. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for your words because we take it seriously. You know, we brand ourselves first and foremost as artists. Pretty much, we put like a lot of our soul into that, a lot of our lives into that. So
Mm-hmm.
we appreciate the honesty for real.
Yeah, man, it really sounds like y'all speaking from your soul. When you guys asked for a review, I listened to it. I was like, oh, I didn't even have to like really pick the lyrics down to know that it was like this was something that was really good. So I showed it to Ray immediately, and I wanted to get y'all on here. So I appreciate y'all for coming on here in the first place. Speaking about the benzo, the next step is that your first time making a music video? And
No, this is like
did y'all?
our third video.
And then are you thinking about doing some music videos for your next project?
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, we got one scheduled for July.
Okay.
That one scheduled for July should come out in August. We also have an EP coming out in August, August
Okay.
18th.
Okay.
We have an EP coming out August 18th, and a video probably coming out towards the end of August. Yeah.
For sure,
Okay.
bro.
Yeah, we're gonna be
That's
looking for
exciting.
that. We're gonna be tapping into that for sure.
for sure, appreciate it.
No, man, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We might slide a little something, just give you a preview, but
We always down.
Send the song,
Exactly,
bro.
send the
Send
songs, man. It's
songs.
fuck we in this stew. That's why we in the stew right now. But yeah.
So you said production. I think you said like, because you were talking about how like you can also agree with me how y'all see how y'all have evolved a little bit in certain ways. So y'all do the production on a lot of y'all tracks or all your tracks?
None at all. A lot
Oh,
of
okay.
it, the majority
Okay.
of it is the depths and the caverns of the
YouTube.
internet,
I have,
YouTube.
YouTube beach style.
Okay.
Yeah, and just rummaging through beats, just
Yeah.
digging, and then
Okay.
yeah, pretty much just YouTube. And then one of our homies, Austin, he
Mhm.
basically remade for the most part. Although I mean, he remade 2 of the beats on the EP. So that's why Full Throttle sounds the way it does. That's why what was it? Oh, My Body sounds the way it does. Yeah, he added his own like I guess touch to it. Gotta credit him for like the mixing and mastering and like obviously the production of this beat. So
Because he allows y'all like vocals and stuff to really, I feel like, stand out. I like how it sounds. Like I really like the energy and the feel, especially on Benzo. Seems like y'all are evolving as far as like the beats y'all are choosing and how it's matching your like style and y'all verses.
The deep caverns.
bro, you just gotta keep, bro. It's just like every day I'll just like go on the internet and be like, okay, bro, like I just search through like a bunch of beats. I'll hear a beat for like 10 seconds, be like, yeah, this shit's ass. Next. Same thing. Like and like something catches me and then it's like, okay, bad, I fuck with this. And then like the process of a song is typically I'll write a verse, lay it down, send it to him, and then he won't get back to me for like a week. And then
It varies now.
sometimes it's a week, sometimes it'll be a month, sometimes
Yeah.
it'll be like the next day. Like I already
Maybe the
there's
next
beats
day.
where I know
It was
I'm
like yesterday was just an hour.
no, there's certain beats out here I'm like, oh, he's gonna send this shit back like hella quick. And then there's other shit where I'm like, oh, he's gonna like wait on this, he's gonna sit on this because he may not see the vision yet, but I'll see it and be like, bro.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, so it typically depends.
It sounded really professional and really well done. So Austin mixing and mastering, good job, Austin. That shit was awesome.
Austin, shout out, yeah, bro. Austin, shout out to Austin. Y'all want to talk about like Benzo and
I really like the song because the hook was really catchy to me. I believe you started out with or early on you said trauma put it in my pencil, right? Or is that in the middle of the song?
yeah,
Like stuff like that really catch my ear because listening to the EP, right? I heard stuff like that. Like some of the lines, I felt like it was either, and maybe I'm reaching, but as a listener, you know, you try to either connect to things or find things, right? And I'm trying to look for certain things. I find Benzo, it was catchy. I was like, this is the one. Like it's the one that caught my ear. And it's the one that, like, as far as replayability, I like the most. I could see how y'all vaulted it, but as far as the catchiness and like what y'all were trying to do, I feel like y'all hit.
Thank you.
nah, that it's crazy because when we first recorded it, we were like, this is gonna be crazy. Like we knew we re-recorded it. Anytime when we record shit, I honestly hate it because like I hate my voice so fucking much. Like I hate. Oh my god.
It's so funny because I swear I tell him all the time, I'm like, bro, you have like one of the best rap voices.
And I'm like,
bro.
this shit is ass.
That shit is
It's
fluid
ass.
to the ear.
Nah,
it's
bro.
fluid to the ear.
I thought it was bad. I heard it. I was like, this shit fucking sucks. And then when we got like the first like I think 2 mixes back, I was like, man, we might. This one, it's might be. You know what? I was bugging. I know a lot of the time we record shit, I re-record shit. I hate it because I'm just used to like having, I guess I go into recording with a lot of expectations. So when you have like high expectations and you think you fall under it, you're like, fuck. So with Benzo, it was along those lines. When Nduati recorded his shit, I was like, yeah, this shit's insane. Like when I heard his verse, I was like, yeah, this shit. To me, his verse is the standout verse. Like, I don't really think like niggas really understand. Like, I don't even think niggas understand. He said something about circle of life is a cul-de-sac. I was like, wait. Like if you look at a cul-de-sac, it's a fucking circle. And then what other shit you say?
Well, do y'all be going like back and forth, or is it usually just like one? Like you said, y'all send each other the verse, or just sometimes y'all go back and forth, or is it always just?
Oh
like
no. Typically it's I'll write shit, I'll record it, get it down, and then I'll send him pretty much the whole song, and then bro, here's your verse, and then that's pretty much the majority of the process. So with Benzo, it was the same thing. I sent him my shit. He was like, "Bet that shit is hard." We recorded it, we stashed it away, and then we were like, "Oh, we need a single. We want to have a video." And I was like, "Bro, Benzo's the song," and we both agreed on it. And then we recorded it in Irvine. And then, like I said, I didn't like my part. I heard this shit instantly. It was like, this is an insane verse, but like niggas don't hear what he's saying. Like if you actually read his shit, you'll actually be like,
he was spitting. Yeah, he was spitting. That's what he caught our ear. Deli and I were talking about the song, and he was saying one of the verse particularly. It was like he was opening up. He was spitting about some real shit, and that makes sense.
That's him. That was him. That was him.
It seemed like y'all really put a lot into that song and into the song, especially. I feel like the closer on the EP I liked a lot. Wither You.
Wither Away, yes,
Wither Away. Sorry, yeah, Wither Away. Yes, that one stood out to me. I feel like y'all put it as a closer for a reason because it was really good. And so I know y'all got some heat stash, and I'm ready to hear that.
No, it's Wither Away again is another song that I didn't want to come out.
It be those, huh?
No. Honestly, it's the majority of shit that doesn't like. I'm the one that's like, bro, this shit's not good because I'm just mad particular. But again, Wither Away, the homie Corey, I gotta plug the homie Corey. The homie said, bro, this song's crazy. It needs to come out. And Nduati was saying it, but I was like, nah, bro, like whatever. And then when the homie said it, I was like, Nduati, Wither Away. And then he was like, bro, you don't listen to me at all, nigga. You only listen to what other niggas say. And I'm like, bro, like
it's the truth though.
Yeah, but if you're like, but the thing is like you're like we're so close to it that it's like I mean we'll probably have differing opinions.
No. It shows you care. Though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And then the homie Corey was like, bro, this shit's kind of crazy. This shit needs to come out. And I was like, yeah, The homie Corey said it needs to come out. So, you know what I'm saying? And he has a good ear for music. He DJs and like, he listens to like a bunch of shit. So I was like, fuck it. Like, he fucks with it. Nduati's on board. I have a quick little, I liked what I did on there. I just didn't know like how it was going to sound. And then once we re-recorded it and added like, layers and shit, I was like, yeah, this is the one. So Wither Away, that's how that whole shit came
about. Did y'all make the running from home the title after you like put that together, like, or did you
songs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I could talk about that. This whole EP, like, if we also released the trailer on Instagram, and I think Nduati really like is so eloquent with how we word shit. Like for me, I was like, bro, I guess the whole premise of the song, every song is, I guess, has to do with home and like home being a vessel. So if you're abused, if you go towards alcohol, if you're drowning, those are all things like you're running from something. You know, people put their vices and things that aren't necessarily good for them. So alcohol, you know, when someone is abused, you know, they feel like I haven't been, so I can't speak on it, but they feel like their personhood is like being invaded. So, you know, you want to run from that. And I think that was the whole premise of like running from home. It's just like trying to get away from like shit in your like personal space. Because Nduati alluded to sometimes home is not the most conducive place to be. And sometimes you need to be away from home. You need to run away in order to grow and to like find comfort. So home, as much as home is a place of like comfort, it's also a place of bitterness. It can hold you back. So there's a lot of like, I guess, different things that we wanted to touch on. I think the way, if you look at the track listing, the way that we did the tracks, every song kind of it flowed.
Yeah, and like
it did.
I also wanted to note track listing as well. It was like all like a descent. Like everything kind of like was the reason the next thing happened, right?
Yeah, so it was like, cohesive for sure. I peeped that. It was cohesive.
We talked about my body, like how your body being a temple,
Mhm.
and someone comes in and kind of destroys it, and that ends up going into full throttle. You find a vice in alcohol, right? And then it goes into drowning. You're drowning, and slowly you're just withering
Mm-hmm.
away. You know?
All right, y'all. So, how did you guys meet? How did you guys get together? Did you guys find yourselves on the internet? You guys related? You guys go to school together? What's the story?
We've known each other since eighth grade because we did this math program called Legacy, and it's for like African American males from I think sixth grade to 12th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew him, but like I didn't really like I knew of him, but I never like had a conversation. Like it was things, yeah,
It
things,
wasn't personal.
yeah,
It was like we just talked. I think we talked basketball every now and then, but that was pretty much it.
yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
then we went to the same school. We went to UCI, and I remember one day I just went in his room. I was like, "Hey, bro, like, how's like moving in? Like, how's this whole college shit been?" And then ever since then, that's pretty much.
It's so crazy, dude. I was doing math homework. I was like, yeah, let me just.
Yeah, I just knocked on his door.
He knocked on my door, and he just came and he was like, "Man, just checking in, see how you doing, man."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh, that's really nice of him." You know? What you listening to? I was like, "I'm listening to Earl," and he was just like, "Yo, Earl is hard." And then that's how we started bonding. We just started bonding because of hip hop.
Yeah, that's how it
What
started.
album?
And
What
then,
album, bro?
yeah, we.
Because I don't like shit.
It was,
That album's a classic,
That's-
man.
He said, "How you
Yeah.
doing, bro? I gotta check
Yeah.
up on you. You listen to this Earl, bro."
Yeah, that Earl go crazy though.
Nah,
That
bro,
Earl go crazy.
That's how I have it. And then we talked about I think Cole, Boss, and just like other like rappers that we fuck with, and I ended up telling him, "Oh, I make
We started
Yeah.
rapping rapper shit.
yeah."
You remember that? We
I
started
don't
rapping.
remember.
Dude, we
bro.
started rapping rapper shit, bro.
Shout out Solo had
Yeah,
crazy
bro.
ones on that. But yeah,
Absol and Kendrick.
and
Yep,
then
of
we had a
course,
conversation, and then after I was like, "Yeah, bro, I make music." And this is when I was starting out. I was really ass, but we'll get into that. I was really bad. So I told him like, yeah, I'm gonna start making music. He's like, oh, bet. I kind of write too. And I was like, bro, if you ever like want to make songs, like there's a mic in like my room. And I guess that's how like this whole process started. Was just like first song we ever did together was When I Die. We did it on 11/20/16, and then ever since then we've done like much. Yeah, that's how the group came together. The group name. See, that shit's so funny. We were with the homie Jordan. He was making beats at the time, and like we just we're just kicking it. And then like he was going home, so we're like, "Bad, bro, we'll just walk to your crib," because he lived like 5 minutes away from us. And then Jordan was like, "Bro, what y'all niggas gotta have group name, like what's the group name gonna be?" And I was like, "Nigga, I don't even know, bro. Like I don't really know." And then this guy, Nduati, was like, "Bro, maybe we should just be anonymous for now." And I was like, whoa, I was like, what? I was like, that's crazy. I was like, bro, A4N anonymous for now. And then
I didn't even mean it like
he didn't mean it.
I didn't even mean it like that. So I was just like, yo, we should just be anonymous, like for now. You know what I'm saying? Like just for the meantime.
Yeah.
Until we find out another name.
Yeah. And then I was just like, bro, anonymous for now. Like that shit's hard. So, and that's how the group name came about. Yeah. So that's how that happened. And then we were making songs for I want to say since 2016, but we were just making shit. And then our first EP came out in 2019 called, what was it? 11/2. Yeah, 11/2. Yeah. So that first EP came out and we got a great reception. Like people on campus were like, oh, like y'all niggas are actually talented. And it was really humbling to, I guess, see, because we put a lot of work in, but it's just crazy now looking back. Those songs that we did that were on the first EP, we kind of don't like them as much, and so
now they're horrendous. Like,
yeah,
those things suck now.
No,
they were fire. Yeah, they were fire
for the time, and that's the thing.
They were fire for the time.
Like I gotta give credit to people who didn't tell me my shit was ass, because when I go back and listen to songs, I'm like, bro, I sound terrible.
That sounded even worse.
Yeah, bro, niggas, like in terms of vocal inflection, flow, they were like, I could see where it was going, but like everything didn't quite necessarily come together to me until like at least this EP that we released, Running From Home. I feel like that's where you can see, okay, lyrics are there, flows are there, ideas are there.
Production is there.
Production.
Yeah,
so
sound.
It took a while for come together, and we still have a long way to go in terms of development. Things are just getting started. So
Yeah.
like, I always tell myself
Yeah.
I haven't written my best verse yet. So I'm always like chasing that.
No.
Do y'all be like competing? Like, do y'all be like, I got the best verse, or he got the best verse, or do y'all be like, because you said like you went like after it's been songs be touched on and stuff like later. So it's like, do you ever like, oh, I gotta rewrite this? Like he went super hard.
Now we don't really compete with each other, but we know that we always gotta be like
Sharp.
we gotta be sharp on
Yeah.
our game.
We
Okay.
gotta
Don't
be
want to
sharp. That's
wash.
what I'm saying. No. That's why I like. That's why when I
Yeah.
hear Benzo, I hear his verse. I'm like,
I'm more big upping than anything else. I'm not even
like
trying to.
this. Nigga.
Yeah,
like-
bro. Like I always be letting them know, but yeah, you went crazy.
Nah,
Yeah, 'cause that's
it's-
why I
no,
asked.
it's-
That's why I
it's
asked,
It's more so- Nah, it's
I'll be like, you went crazy.
Nah,
I'll
like-
be like, yeah, nah, like
it's
we're a team. We're a duo.
Yeah.
We're on the same team.
yeah. So we have to both like be here. Like it can't be like I'm here, he's here, or like he's here and I'm here. So it's more so of like every verse is like we have to like be at the same level. Like, oh, that nigga he did some crazy shit and I did some crazy shit. I think a lot of the time when people hear our music, like they often overlook what he says because of how like he chooses to rap about shit, because this style is more of like monotone and rhythmic. But if you look at what he's saying and how he delivers shit, it's like I'm like, wow, like this nigga really be saying shit. For me, I'm just more so of like to the point as a writer. I'm more to
Yeah.
the point, and I guess I have more. My voice is more dynamic, so a lot of more things. So sometimes I don't have to be like as on it in terms of lyrics.
You be underselling yourself.
No, I just be saying
No, 'cause
shit,
it's
bro.
like-
I just be
No,
saying
because
shit.
he really be underselling himself. It's just like, bro, the thing is where Adamu's strength really lies. If you really like, you know what I'm saying, like just follow what he's saying. He's
Yeah.
a very, very vivid rapper. I mean,
Vivid,
he's
yeah,
an
vivid,
extremely visceral,
and
like,
he gets to the point. Yeah, like he said, vivid.
yeah, like he
Mhm.
gets to the point, but
Agreed.
he's extremely vivid. Like he cannot, like, extremely visceral rapper. Like he always paints a setting and then paints how the person he's talking through, how they feel, what they're doing, like all that stuff. Like he be underselling himself, and I'm just like,
Nah,
bro, for what?
Nah,
You know, and then he's like, and again, like I said it before, he's really fluent to the ear, right? So like he's accessible to a lot of people because of his voice. This guy is it. This guy is it, bro. Yo, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm putting even out in this interview, bro.
This
He's
nigga's
gonna be one of the greatest ever. son.
Relax,
I promise
relax.
you, I
That's too
promise
much.
you.
Hey, we love to
He's
see
gonna
that.
be
Hey,
one
don't
of the-
get.
I'm gonna
We love to
get-
see that. Y'all ain't getting complacent. You
One of
feel
the
me?
greatest ever.
All hey, love that
We gotta
energy.
be, you know,
Love
what I'm
that
saying? We
energy.
gotta be consistent and put ourselves on a platform. That's it.
Mhm.
I just make songs, bro. Like, you know, just make songs, bro. That's pretty much it. I've been trying to tell everyone about him. I'm like, dog, like, y'all niggas just need to sit down and listen to what Nduati's saying, because it's like, it's just some of the most like, I just be like, how the fuck do you come up with that shit? Because there's just certain lines I'm like, damn, I wish I could say that shit, but like I can't. In terms of wordplay, like this Nick, like this will say shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like how? Like I said, like I'm more like to the point. He has more like bars, so I feel like that's another reason why we balance out. If you want like bars and like shit to digest, you can go to him and be like crazy shit. I'm more so of like I'm gonna just say what I need to say, and I'm gonna just be to the point with it, and that's. So we have a nice like contrast, and also stylistically too.
Yeah.
So,
No.
like just
for
in
sure.
terms of style, like bars, like there's a lot of groups. The great thing about what we do is that like yeah, we're not the same.
We're not.
And a lot of groups, like even if you look at a tribe,
me and Adamu choose to approach things different, like on all fronts.
yeah,
You saying you're straight to the point, and you also have these like crazy vocal inflections and things that you do with your emphasis that you put on the end of things really catches people's ears, and it's really
Yeah.
easy to hear the first time. And then him being in the background, you know, being a little bit more rhythmic, it's like you kind of just zone it in, and you're not really listening to it, but you listen to it a second time, you're like, oh, what did that nigga just say? Let me go back. What did he say?
that's what I'm
It's like,
saying. Yeah.
that's what it is. So I totally understand what you're saying, bro. And it's a cool dynamic, and I really like how you guys play off each other's verses. How you say you send him a verse, and then he like thinks about it, and then he writes something that's like related
He's
to
the
it.
one that plays off of. He's the one that plays off of like the majority of shit, because I'll just have an idea, like for Full Throttle. Like when I heard his verse, I was like, Jesus fuck. Like the line about grief, and I didn't even know if you listen to his verse, he's talking about it. He's talking about a fucking bottle. Like he's talking And I didn't even know that. And like he said something about what was it? The neck. What was it? Nah. We're gonna. Nah, I'm a
Be like, hold up. Be like, hold up. I gotta get this one.
Nah, brother. No, I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna go to my Apple Music. Space on a Stone, season long episodes. Screamed at you, looking back at me with no remorse. Your neck that choked till I passed out, blacked out. Couldn't entertain you because my past still acts out. Like, bro, I thought he was talking about like being abusive towards somebody. He's talking about drinking a fucking bottle. Like, yeah, like no, like I thought he was being like I thought he was being abusive towards someone. He's talking about like being abusive towards the bottle, him drinking. I was like, dog, like that is so creative. This whole verse like was crazy because like I said, the perspective I came from, and then what he added to it. Like I have no words.
It's one of those songs. It's like this all the way through. It is I think it's probably one of our best.
Yeah.
All the way.
Okay. Yeah, that was a noticeable track too. The energy in that track. Yeah.
Thank y'all for fucking with this episode of Hip Hop Babies interview with Anonymous for now. It was great to have y'all. We're going to plug everything, have them plug it in the video and then in the description. And make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment. Tell us what you thought about the video, what about the interview. If you have any more questions for them, I'm sure that we could ask. Thank you guys so much.
Anything y'all want to say to close out?
Yeah, thank y'all for having us on again. Really do appreciate the love and the energy for real. Like people receiving the music well, it gives us the fortitude to continue to, want to make songs and put our whole self into the music. So I really appreciate y'all.
Yeah, no, thank you for having us on your platform, man. Genuinely, this is the first time we've actually been asked to be interviewed. It's kind of crazy, but I just want to say thank you so much. And thank you for your support. You know what I'm saying? We want everybody to check these dudes out as well. You know what I'm saying? Hip Hop Babies podcast, on the come up. So yeah, thank you so much for having us, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Yep. With that being said, yep. With that being said, peace.
Peace.
Peace.